NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Ready?
Throwing on the first play from scrimmage, here's Burrow. He finds his man, complete. It's Clayton. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Well, his defense for the Falcons, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw pulled in by Lamb. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He's got Gore. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And he fires one that's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. But their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles. So the very first play, they give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We got two. Right here, 3. Remember, it was 2 in a row. We'll be hit 3 in a row because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
2nd down and goal. Burrow. And it'll be intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Powell to the air on 1st and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 63 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Touchdown! A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line. Here we go. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Here we go. They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that... And he clocked it up! And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Even though he recovered his own fumble, you know how much he hates to put the ball on the ground. He's going to be frustrated with himself.
And what do you think the time frame was from the time the ball escaped his grasp to him getting it back? It didn't take that long, right?
Right.
To him, it probably felt like hours because he's agonizing, like, I've got to get this football back. Able to get it done.
From the 31, Burrow. That is caught by Lamb. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 36 yards on the play. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. They'll run on first down. Clayton. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Burrow on play action. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. A nightmare in the first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Howell will throw it. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Howell throwing on third down here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 40. On first down, Howell. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. 40 yards. And the Falcons are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Burrow's throw is taken in by Waddle. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. 11. On third down, Burrow. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Falcons are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
On 2nd and 9, Howell under pressure, and down he goes. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. From the 36, Burrow. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. On 2nd down now. It's Clayton. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back early in the game when he threw a 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. 1st down, Howell to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. The Falcons at 7-2 here on the year. Their head coach, he's got them believing in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Another throw for Howell. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you.
And now here's another interception. And some space here. But to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Howell. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now throwing on 1st down here. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. It's Howell with another throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him. Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field. Throwing again on 2nd down. Howell. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kelvin Joseph. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. 11. Burrow from his own end zone. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Here's Burrow. It's complete. It's Gore. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike. On 2nd and 10, Burrow. He'll find Lamb crossing the formation for the catch. And he's going to have a 1st down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To about the 26 here. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 23. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw, Howell. He finds his man, complete. It's Alexander. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Howell down to throw it. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Howell. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Jonathan Abram picks it. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow forced out to his left. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Burrow looking to pass. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That third down conversion good for 23. Now Burrow on first down. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. CeeDee Lamb, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. His fifth catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down. From the 39, Powell. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. 39 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here we go. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here we go. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Now Burrow. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. First down. Here's Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. And the Falcons are going to have it here just past the 25. They're still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on it. Is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Powell to the air on 1st and 10. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit if they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
To throw again on second down. Burrow. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up fourth down.
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack, and I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one, but occasionally the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly, maybe someone tipped it off, but on that play, it had no chance.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Second down, Howell now. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Howell from the gun. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2 yards left on second down from the 9. Howell looking to throw again. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. 3rd and 2, here's Howell. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Falcons add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet. Not
a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And it'll be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. First down, Howell to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Mills. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Howell. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Alexander. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base is enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree with what they've seen. But the one that's winning, they're certainly getting their money's worth.
Looking to throw again on second down. Howell. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down there to the tight end.
And once more, Howell back to the air. And now here's another interception. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 33. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Here we go. 11-90.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made, and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already...
He's got a man complete. And he'll... Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Here we go, here we go. 11, 11, 11.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And he's going to get this down near the 25. To throw again on second down. Burrow. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And his throw is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. To the air again, Burrow. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now a handoff up the middle. Grove. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
They find some open field here. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 69 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. That one looks like he'll throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They've been moving the ball well, but this drive was in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they're able to pick up a new set of downs.
They go play action with Howell. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll get it inside the 20. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big play that time on a catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs. Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it. And it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them.
This was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for Atlanta, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Arizona Cardinals next week. Meanwhile, for Miami, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.
Got your best friend